Lounge. No one here either, huh? Tamiyoshi loves scotch so much. I thought we might find him in here drinking some. All the dots. All the dots. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I would have described as blankly if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Oh, right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I got so used to this suit, I kind of forgotten you were still wearing it. Why the heck do they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything? All the dots. All the amnesiac dots. All the dots. All the... What did I just say, dots?
Well, actually...
Oh, you remember something?
I did remember a little.
Ooh, let me know. Really?
Yes.
What did you remember?
My father.
I don't know if that's gonna help us. I don't know if that's a typo or a pun. Because it says, when dad, you remember that? And dad is supposed to be did, obviously. When did you remember that? But the way it's written, it's almost like a pun. When dad, you remember that? Did it just pop out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke.
Yeah, okay, it was a pun. Oh, that's a horrible pun, Sigma.
This is serious.
Sorry. So, you remembered who your father was?
Yes.
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So, your dad raised you?
Well...
Okay, stop for a moment. Then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
He's so adorable looking. Oh, he's got Zero the Third rabbit.
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only time he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had with him was the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. I suppose we developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and in several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So, for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working, and as usual, was making his way toward his bedroom when I stopped and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment, before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to do. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in his life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He never scolded me for being anything before. At first, I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing and smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in the room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. I couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We never really spoken to begin with, so it's easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen, apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. You know that image? Now, I know that image could be anything, but am I the only one who thinks that kind of looks like the old woman? But then again, like I said, that image could be anything. And I'm pretty sure that's why it was done on purpose, but ultimately though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she knew my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. I was going to eat with the others. If I was going to eat with the others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too, when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while every day, I got the family I longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another, like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something, I learned I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. I don't know, it doesn't look like the old woman. Really doesn't. Well, no. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death. I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I've been helping with was working towards. Perhaps I thought I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. So is Kay a robot, or is he human? I'm kind of unsure at this point. I made plans to destroy the main reactor and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think about was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she showed me had been real. She made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I would have given up for the world. I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me in hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. All the dots. All the yearning dots. Man. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, buddy.
I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So is this why he left? Because he feels cut off from society? Maybe this is his explanation on why he hit the betray button. Because he doesn't feel like he can exist with other people. And he just needs to escape to get away from everyone else. You know, I don't care. I take back nothing what I said when I said it. Because, yeah, he deserved all that. He wanted someone to scold him? Well, that's what I was doing. I was scolding him because what he did was bad. So, ha, 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 ha. There we go. See, now I feel justified. Okay, I still feel like a jerk, but I still feel justified. So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh. All the dots. All the what happened recently dots.
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be all right if I laid down for a bit?
Oh, what's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Temyoji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I'd better get moving then. I hope we don't come back and he's dead. I really don't want to see that. I stepped out of the room and I nearly ran into Phi. Phi, what are you doing here? Yeah, exactly. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up.
All the dots.
Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn.
You know, he told me that entire story, but he only told me that entire story. Interesting.
Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in. Oh god, please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead.
What's up with him?
Oh, thank you. I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. Maybe. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Wow. Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden, I wake up, trapped in some weird game, and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure out any of it, the more I feel like my brain's just going to melt and run out of my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the heck are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole Nonary game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Heck, how about who Zero Senior is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... all the dots. All the thinking dots. You think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... all the dots. All the contemplating dots. And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Heck, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack squat about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Phi. All the dots. All the dots.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not it.
I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. Huh? All the dots? All the dots? You heard that, right?
Yeah. It came from the hallway.
What was that? Let's go have a look. Was it a gunshot? Was it banging? I mean, it was something.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got on the elevator.
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Someone used an elevator. We need to go check on Kay. Oh wait, won't we just end with Kay? Should be fine,
Thought
right?
so.
Well, let's go. I'm totally engrossed right now. I want to know more. Wait, are all three doors open? Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there.
Good point.
That's where Dio and Quark are.
Good point. So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Tamirji or Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. But I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
All the dots. All the dots. Alright, fine. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Into the treatment center we go. We headed to the first pod. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. Okay, good. Quirk is still there. There was Quirk, sound asleep. See?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing.
No, I don't think it was nothing. I think you have a legitimate reason to be worried, to be honest.
How about Dio?
Ah, let's open his. You need him anyway, right? What? What the heck? Oh man. My guest was shocked there, causing me to cough like repeatedly because I couldn't believe it. I mean, it looks like he's grabbing his throat like he can't breathe. Usually that's like a choking thing. Oh, how did he die?
Check his pulse.
Oh, he's dead. Look at his bracelet. It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead. All the dots. All the dots.
Look.
Oxygen to level 0%, Stas said. Someone turned off his oxygen.
The oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
Then that means he asphyxiated. But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who? All the dots. All the I don't know dots. All the dots. All the I don't know either dots.
Look.
There's
we
that
should go
line.
tell Kay about this. See
the line. Focus, FlightlessBird, focus. All the dots. Yeah, let's go tell Kay dots.
Come on. Let's go.
Without waiting for me to follow, I turned and ran off. Should probably grab his bracelet. I took a deep breath and followed. Does he need his bracelet, Fi? Fi and I burst in the lounge and ran up to Kay. Hey Kay, wake up. Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
All the dots. All the there's been a murder dots. We explained about how we'd found that Dio was dead and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone who had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0. All the dots. All the double dots.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him if he was the murderer?
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji.
There's also Quark.
Yeah, Quark got up. Yeah, that's true. What? No. That's impossible. No, it's not, Sigma. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
That's a good point.
Well, in that case, Fi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Huh.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
7 minutes. Oh, crud. We've only got 7 minutes until the primary door is open.
Alright. Let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
You need to get Dio's bracelet.
Oh, but where is Dio's bracelet?
His what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit.
I told you.
Right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
Then we need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back and grab the bracelet.
All three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
I'd prefer we all went together, to be honest.
Alright.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
The yellow pair of bracelets. Were these Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
Man, I would have loved to go through a door with Alice and Luna again. Aww. I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them into my pocket.
Alright, let's get going.
Darn it. They're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or
what? All the dots. All the what if one of them are 0 dots? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead garbage. I got enough of it from Dio. All the dots. All the one if they're dead dots. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive in here.
hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive too. But
We heard a noise and turned.
I apologize for keeping you.
did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but
All the dots?
Huh?
best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
What?
What? What the heck?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess,
Uh-oh. No.
Chromatic doors have opened.
Don't tell me I'm the only one that's going to be alive.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
with a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will.
Oh no. Darn it. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes, you're gonna be... All the dots. All the dead dots. All the dots. All the dots.
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Screw that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? Well, what kind of monster am I if I just leave you here to die? All the dots. All the dots. Arg! God dang it! This was bad. What was I going to do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had. Oh, come on! No! time! Well, that's the thing, I suppose. Come on! Oh! All the dots is right. I don't even know how to... don't know how to respond to that. Why does it say 2 to 431, 2439? Kind of weird. Oh, I can't believe it. How do we have it to be continued here? How can Phi and K be saved? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, you guys, I was gonna go check out the flowchart, but I need to... Oh, there's a skip button. Hey, how about that?
I said...
Huh. Hey, that's kind of cool. I didn't know it was a skip button. I think I was complaining about that one time. Okay, so we have basically gone through... This doesn't say question mark here. But we basically gone through the entire left path. These 4 paths here. However, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus. Still have so many more paths to go. Alright, well, in the next episode, we're gonna go back up to this point here. And we're gonna betray. Oh god, are we betraying Luna? Oh no. I think we'd be betraying Luna if we did this. And... maybe we'll jump to another room and go down the line. Or maybe we'll go down this line. What do you say? We start here and we go down this line, put off betraying Luna just for a couple days. I mean, this is Christmas week. I don't want to betray Luna on Christmas week. It just seems wrong to me. So maybe we'll go here and go down this line instead and figure out what's up over here. But until next time, my friends, thank you so much for everything that you do. Want to wish you a wonderful, like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, just happy December 25th, whatever it is for you, and a Happy New Year. And if you're watching this in the future, well, I hope your day is as blessed and as celebrated as, you know, the days that I will have in the next couple days here at the end of 2020. Until then, I love you guys so much. Thank you for all that you do. And until next time, take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.